All right, so welcome to our internal medicine graduation. These are really strange times. Who would have thunk that we'd be wearing masks, right? It's my pleasure to introduce, my name is Dr. Priya Reddy-Krishnan. I'm the program director in internal medicine and the DIO, and it's my pleasure to invite Dr. Nina Shah, who's the chief medical officer for HonorHealth Thompson Peak, to come and give the welcome address. Dr. Shah.
Thank you, Dr. Priya, and congratulations, all of you. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled for you. And this is not normally how I see you, and it's not normally how you see me, but the last couple months have definitely been a challenge, and this, unfortunately, is our new normal. But just thrilled to be here and really proud of all of you. So I did want to say for the people on the camera, which include hopefully your families, is good afternoon and welcome to HonorHealth Thompson Peak. It's an honor to be amongst the graduating, the newest graduating class of HonorHealth, including not just the internal medicine residents, but also our prelims. Though still in our infancy, the internal medicine and prelim program residents have had an incredible impact on the Thompson Peak campus and to the network of all of our HonorHealth hospitals. Our residents under Dr. Priya and Dr. Uche, there she is, under their leadership have honed incredible bedside skills and manners that patients write letters about that I'm lucky enough to read. You guys have led process improvement projects to improve the outcomes of thousands of patients' lives and have elevated the level of care through consistent review and application of clinical evidence for conditions varying from sepsis and heart failure to joint replacement and obesity. Most extraordinarily, however, this class of residents have completed their training under the incredible circumstances of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. As young physicians, you have witnessed and been part of an unprecedented transition in care delivery as this pandemic has unfolded, and have advocated on behalf of your patients, helping them communicate with their families when no visitors were allowed, and taking on personal risks to care for the most ill amongst us. This experience and the patients that you cared for and saved, as well as the ones that didn't make it, is going to stay with you for the rest of your life. And your practice will forever be changed by the last few months, and you will help so many patients because of your experience, your compassion, and now really your expertise in caring for these types of patients. As the Chief Medical and Operations Officer here at Thompson Peak, as well as a fellow physician trained in internal medicine, I'm so proud of each and every one of our graduating residents and have confidence that the education you have received here at HonorHealth has set you on a path of continued success and great accomplishment. As all of you know, we are living in a time of great transition within healthcare, and never before has there been so much opportunity as now to take the lessons that have been learned at the bedside and apply them through technology and design to make a scalable impact on both individual patients and the masses. The patients you've cared for the last 3 years have felt your impact, but have also been instrumental in your education. And as you move forward now more than ever, you will be your patient's greatest advocates as physicians. So it's an awesome responsibility and one that will never leave you. So in preparing for graduation today, it naturally made me reflect on my own, and that was 7 years ago in California. And some of the advice that was shared with me at that time, I think, still holds true. So I'm gonna close by sharing a little bit of advice that was shared with me. So, number one, medical knowledge is constantly improving, and our patients look to us to separate the internet fads from fiction. Fads from facts. So never stop learning. Keep up with the literature. Attend the conferences. Stay involved. Your patients and your colleagues will thank you. Number two, take care of yourself and those that you love. Take time to unwind, to unplug, to exercise, to meditate, to de-stress, and to take off your mask. Your patients will have more confidence in your ability to care for them if you care for yourself as well. And number three, finally, enjoy practicing medicine. Only a very privileged few have reached the level of success that you have reached today. And despite Dr. Google, there is no true substitute for physicians with your training and level of expertise. And this is going to make a difference for everyone you meet and for their families. So to our preliminary graduates, Dr. Baltazar, Dr. Dickman, Dr. Stoke, and Dr. Yee, thank you all for allowing HonorHealth to be part of your training journey. We wish you the very best as you continue along your training and know that you are well prepared for the next step. And then to Dr. Davis, Dr. Doss, Dr. Gomez, Dr. Goodall, Dr. Hundley, Dr. Santos, and Dr. Bukowski. Each of you has been such an incredible asset to our hospital, to our staff, to our volunteers, and to our patients. And we thank you all for your hard work, especially during this unprecedented time, and wish you the very best. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nina. That was amazing. And now it is my pleasure to invite, and I forgot I had to advance the slides, so here goes. Oops. Maybe, Rosa, you could help advance the slides. It's my pleasure to invite Dr. Amy Lee, who is a hospital medicine faculty and does a lot of training for our residents, including things like what are greens and what is rutabaga. We give a well-rounded education here. So Dr. Lee is going to lead us into a poem.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'd like to read and share a poem that's called Gaudeamus Igitur, which is Latin for "So Let Us Rejoice." It was written by Wilhelm Kindelben in 1781, and believe it or not, is an extremely popular poem and song that's recited or sung in graduation ceremonies since the 1700s throughout Europe, England, and Germany to this day. In fact, the Brits affectionately refer to this poem as the Gaudi. And the Germans have bogarted it, and they just sing and recite this poem when they drink beer. And interestingly enough, in the 1939 movie, The Wizard of Oz, you can hear the musical version of the song of this poem playing in the background when the wizard hands out the diplomas to Dorothy, the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion. The poem is believed to have originated from Pliny the Younger's writings in 1287 about carpe diem and rejoice in life. And I think during this extraordinary year, an unusual format of graduation worldwide, I find it comforting that this poem has persisted through centuries and centuries of graduations and celebrations of life. We humans, we possess an innate insistence to survive, thrive, and rejoice in the past, present, and future. Here's an excerpt from the poem, and it is most definitely dedicated to the Thompson Peak Internal Medicine Residency Class of 2020. Woo! So let us rejoice, therefore, while we are young. After a pleasant youth, after a troubling old age, the earth will have us. Our life is brief. Soon it will end. Death comes quickly, snatches us cruelly. To nobody shall it be spared. Long live the academy. Long live the professors. Long live each student. Long live the fraternity and sorority. Forever may they flourish. May sadness perish. May haters perish. May the devil perish. What a gathering of academics there is today. From far away they gathered. Immediately they advanced into this public forum. Long live our fellowship. Long live the students. May truth alone thrive. May brotherhood and sisterhood flourish, and also the prosperity of the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. We are truly in strange times. At no other time have we asked more of our young ones, our faculty, our staff, and our community. And at no other time has there been such a need for physician leadership, a need for well-being, and a need to really care for each other. We've been in crisis now for a few months, and it promises not to let up anytime soon. But as I look at this class, I am so relieved that the future is in such great hands. And to share my joy, I'd like to invite Dr. Alan Marcus, who is the founding program director for the Internal Medicine residency program here at Thompson Peak, to come and share a few words about our graduates. Dr. Marcus.
So, thank you, Priya. Thanks for inviting me, and it is a special privilege to be here. So, can you guys hear me now? All right. So, congratulations to the class of 2020. You clearly have earned it. I'd like to go through some of my thoughts I put together about each of the categorical residents who graduated. Dan Davis. I remember talking to Dan during his interview. He had been struggling to decide between family medicine and internal medicine. I was so impressed that he knew from day one that he wanted to go into primary care, but his only real question was which specialty to do it from. Dan's unique style and compassion came throughout his time with us at HonorHealth. Everyone would agree that there is no resident who is more committed to the success of our clinic and his primary patients than Dr. Davis. His passion for quality, go ahead, yeah, you could do that. His passion for quality and systems improvement in the clinic and our program was unparalleled. Yes, much energy did go into the bike racks here at Thompson Peak, and a significant portion for stamping out obstructive sleep apnea wherever it lives. But he also did a great job assisting both Dr. Peterson and myself in improving preoperative processes here at the clinic, TPK, and throughout HonorHealth. Of course, anyone who has worked with him will never forget his passionately eating blueberries and other healthy foods at morning report and stretching exercises at morning report. I doubt you'll find a more caring human being for others. He was recognized last year by his colleagues by the Edward Jenner Preventive Ambulatory Care Award. I am so excited he'll be joining me at the NOAA Community Health next year to help people in our community who truly need our help. Congratulations, Dan. Dr. Dylan Doss. When we first found out that Dylan was coming, we had no idea of what the impact he would have on our residency. I think scaring the program director at Halloween was just the start of his auspicious career of Dr. Doss. But if one looks at Bessie Anderson Stanley's poem, Definition of Success, you would see the attributes of Dr. Doss. To quote part of it, and I will take some liberty to update it from the 1800 time, to laugh often and love much, to earn the respect of intelligent men, and I'll put in, and women, who has filled his niche and accomplished his task, who has left the world better than he found it, whether by improved poppy, which I think is kind of interesting with the work you've done, a perfect poem, or a rescued soul. By all these definitions, he has succeeded at HonorHealth with his improvement process he put in place for safer opioid prescribing, winning a prize at the state ACP meeting poster session, or simply improving and easing the use of Epic system, which I still owe to you some debt, that I still use some of your shortcuts. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Congratulations, Dylan. Mary Gomez, Dr. Mary Gomez. So I'm going to relive a beginning conversation I had with Mary when we were talking about getting her here. Dr. Marcus, I really want to pursue dermatology, but I also love primary care. One of my first conversations with Dr. Gomez. You know, Mary, you could do dermatology in primary care, but you can't do primary care in dermatology. I love the fact that we're so lucky to have you come to the program, Mary. I know that your focus has changed just a bit over the years to sports medicine, but the work you did initially on bringing training for dermatology and biopsy was really good work, and we really appreciated it. I remember Mary representing our IM program at the U of A College of Medicine Academic Excellence Day, the first person from the program to actually do that, and she did a bang-up job. I love getting to see you develop over these years, and with your past history of being a college athlete and understanding how important musculoskeletal medicine is for both the practice of primary care and athletics, I believe this will serve you and the people of Arizona well. For those of you who do not know, there are only 2 accredited sports medicine programs in the whole state of Arizona, and there's only 1 accredited position in all Phoenix, and that is the person who got that position. Congratulations. Dr. Janie Goodall, my firm resident. Tuesdays, right? Tuesday firm. Tuesday firm. Yeah, it changed over time, but we were the Tuesday firm. Terrific Tuesdays, that was it. I miss working with you for the final years. I could tell from our meetings we've had in our first 2 years when we got together as faculty, they all agreed that no one has more growth as a clinician than you did. You did not ever waver from the goal of becoming a better clinical doctor, as you already came to us with a compassion and understanding of patients' psychological needs that most seasoned physicians, including myself, truly envy. By the end of your second year, you had built your skills and confidence where our conversations really became much more collegial than simply instructor and learner. If I think of the biggest contribution I'll always cherish from you was the special grand rounds you put on for taking on the healthcare disparities in our LGBTQ community here at HonorHealth. I know that in the beginning you probably thought, that guy's crazy for trying to put this together, but you did a bang-up job, and the things that I learned there and the other residents learned, I still use to this day, every day. I am sad that I could not get you to become a full-time PCP, I will say that, but I'm thrilled you'll be joining Dan and myself working per diem with Noah as you embark on your hospice career as well. Congratulations. Dr. Hunley. Dr. Hunley, I'm very happy for you to be here today. Dr. Hunley's claim to fame will be our first award for the Clinical Vignette Award at the State ACP Arizona meeting. I think when I met with him to ask him to represent us, you know, one of those program director ask things, I'm not sure what he felt when I asked him that, but I can tell you that he represented our program and himself very, very proudly. I still think he deserved first or second place, and I will go to the end of my life thinking that, by the way. I got to see Evan through different eyes after that. I remember one day walking into the office over here for an afternoon inpatient meeting and seeing Evan leading the team with both confidence and direction. I'm excited to hear that you're thinking of hospital medicine back in Texas where your family is. I know this program will always owe you a debt of gratitude for the work you did here, and keep pushing yourself to go outside your normal comfort zone and keep pushing yourself. Congratulations. Lastly, Dr. Santos, for the man with the great first name who spells it correctly. Yes. There's no doubt that it was fate that brought you to our doorstep. I am so excited you'll be going into primary care back with your family in California. Precepting you in the clinic for the first 2 years, I found you to be able to build relations with different types of patients and was so impressed by your growth and embracing of primary care. Dr. Santos has been involved in the residency committee, represented his class for all 3 years. He worked on the mentoring program, was an active member of all of our activities, including our retreats, the ASU healthcare delivery course, where he represented a group with a presentation, I remember that, stood out, and our escape room challenges. If there was a resident who represented the heart of this class and the person who helped bind it, it would have been you, Alan. Congratulations. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Thank you, Alan. That was really beautiful. We're incredibly proud of our graduates. And yes, I'm obsessed about washing my hands, as you can see. But this class has really identified themselves as leaders, problem solvers, and innovators. And no one knows this more than Dr. Uche and I. We've been partners in crime for the last year. And I just want to say, it's been a pleasure to serve as your program director over this last year. I could never have done it without all of you. And so, Mary, I'm going to miss our conversations about coffee and well-being. And Dylan, you better get me some more bread because, you know, that promise of bread never actually showed up. And Janie, I'm going to miss you and miss our conversations about philosophy and life, and your persistence about donuts, and Evan, donuts as well. But I mean, guys, I have a relationship with donuts in this class. I just can't get it because they're also healthy, but they make me eat the donuts, as you can see. But Evan, I'm going to miss the New York Times puzzles because every time I would get stuck in solving them, he would have the answers. Dan, your wellness just puts me to shame, but I love it every day anyway. And AJ, I hope you'll be okay when I text you when I kill my next plant. And I know you'll commiserate. So congratulations to our graduates. I also want to recognize our preliminary interns. This was our very first class of preliminary interns who are moving into dermatology and physical medicine and rehab. And because this is being live streamed and it's going to stay on the internet forever, I'm not going to repeat what I think about that, because you know that you all should be internists. I bet a few decades from now, you're going to talk to your kids about, I did internal medicine residency at the time of COVID. And you're going to talk about how you actually sat through rolling your eyes, wearing masks, and it'll be a good story to tell for all of us. But seriously, all of you interns have been exceptional. Your commitment to our patients and the spirit of inquiry is really to be applauded. So congratulations to Dr. Baltazar, who will be continuing his journey in the land of dermatology at HonorHealth. We will miss your antics, but also your commitment to education and well-being. We've had a lot of conversations on well-being, so thank you. Congratulations to Dr. Stokey, who even last week our ambulatory faculty felt should be an internist. So there'll be a position for you should you decide, to come back to internal medicine. And I'm sorry, Dr. Chioli, if you're watching this. Congratulations to Dr. Dickman, who will be staying here and is going to be practicing dermatology. Your commitment to education and scholarship is really amazing. You have elevated our program. And congratulations to Dr. E, who's going back to New York. Your commitment to detail and education will always be remembered. Our prelims have really enriched our programs, and they've built prototypes in the clinic. They've written articles, and they've been passionate advocates of our programs, so we wish you luck. And last but not the least, Dr. Bikovsky, who couldn't be here, our chief resident. Big thank you to Dr. Bikovsky, who really had helped us, especially in the first 3 months of our transition, making sure that we knew what we were doing, and especially me as the interim program director. Thank you, Brandon, for your hard work. And we are bummed that you're going to the dark side, but we love you nevertheless. It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Uche. Dr. Uche is our associate program director and has really been the person who has carried all of the weight of administration during this last year. So Dr. Uche is going to come up and present the certificates. Dr. Uche.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Radhakrishnan. I'd like to start by saying congratulations again to our categorical residents and to our preliminary residents. Really fortunate to have you and to punctuate your journeys by stopping here at HonorHealth to be able to enrich the program and be able to really just impart some wisdom to us. It's really been very much a shared journey. You imparting some of your own understanding and wisdom to us as much as we're also teaching you and helping you grow. So again, congratulations to all of you. I won't take too much time by talking a little bit about each person's personal attributes, but I did want to spend time just talking about some of the things that you love to do on your spare times, as I think that that's so important to be able to show that we, as much as we work hard, we also like to play hard as well. I'll start with the preliminary residents, Dr. Baltazar. Dr. Baltazar, I took the time to look through pretty much a lot of the comments our patients had to say about you, peers, faculty, and one of the things that stood out was how much you had an ability to put people at ease, Dr. Baltazar. It came up all the time. And so I just wanted to really say that that's a wonderful attribute that you have. And again, it's really just an amazing ability to put people at ease. And it translates to both families, patients, faculty, peers, and I dare say it probably translates to animals too. I mean, that's how great he is at doing that. And I say that really with good intention because for most of us, our animals are an extension of our families. And so again, great skill that you have there. I think you would have done well as a primary care physician, but we're going to miss you. Good luck to you in your journey going into dermatology, and specifically dermatological surgery. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. In the interest of COVID, no handshake, but that's deliberate. Next preliminary intern that I'd like to recognize is Dr. Jeffery Dickman. Dr. Dickman is going into surgery as well. He'll be staying in Phoenix for his training. Dr. Dickman is just really special. Aside from just being very serious and yet professional, he is bright, he's very intelligent, and he's very thorough and yet succinct. And that's been truly a very recurring theme and feedback from just about everyone who's worked with him. Again, faculty, peers, even allied staff. I just am so happy that this young man took the time to be able to grace us with his presence here. I've really enjoyed working with you. Even on the pre-op clinics, your work is always very thorough. You always have clear idea why you do what you do, and you're able to document that. Even in the progress notes, they come through very clearly. Great work. We're very happy that you were here, and you'll be missed. But good luck on the rest of your training. And again, proud of you and your accomplishments.
Thank you.
I'll call up Dr. Stokey. Dr. Jesse Stokey. As Dr. Radhakrishna alluded, this is one young man that we'd really like to keep here. We keep remarking how much he really does so well as a primary care physician. And again, that's a recurring theme for a lot of our prelims, which I think is a testament to how well we do with being able to pick good residents at this program. I think that's really a testament. He's going into physical medicine and rehabilitation. He has an interest in the area of general rehab and spinal disorders. What stands out about Dr. Stokey is really his ability to stay engaged for the ride. Whether it's the first day of the rotation or the last day of the rotation, Dr. Stokey always shows up fresh, he's interested, and he acts like he truly wants to be there. And that is such a great skill for a learner, whether you're an intern or a resident. He always seems to be happy to be there. He gives the patients his full attention, and it shows. It shows in the comments and in the feedback that we get about the patients that he cares for. Additionally, again, our faculty keep remarking how great his notes are, how great he's so happy to be here and learn. He truly does as much teaching of us as we teach him. Again, very proud of you and your accomplishments, Dr. Stokey. Congratulations. And last but not the least, for the preliminary residents, Dr. Christopher Yee. Dr. Christopher Yee is a California native who will be moving on to New York to complete the rest of his training. He's also going into physical medicine and rehabilitation. Dr. Yee is truly just a great gentleman, and that's really how I think of him. He's quiet, but very serious in his approach, yet very kind and non-judgmental. And I truly say that with great intent, non-judgmental. And that's an important skill, especially as you deal with people from diverse backgrounds. It's so important to be able to not only put them at ease, but to let them know that there's no judgment. And that's how we can be able to open up the discussions to really be able to provide good patient care. And I think Dr. Yee does that very well. Interestingly enough, he's poised to continue growing both professionally and personally because not only of his interests, but I think he just has a humble demeanor that allows him to keep soaking up information and knowledge regardless of who he's interacting with. I see that as well with our nursing staff and even with our medical assistants. They've often had great comments to say about their interactions with him. Never puts anyone down or makes them feel that they're less than because he's the doctor and they're the clinicians or that they're the nurses. So again, great work on that. He is, like I said, going into physical medicine and rehab. In his spare time, he enjoys soccer, CrossFit, and fly fishing. And what's interesting is vintage motorcycles as well. And I thought that was really neat. I don't think I've come across that yet. So if you ever have questions on that, I suppose he would be your guy. Congratulations, Dr. Yee. I'll transition to the categorical residents, and I won't spend too much time because I believe we've sort of had a lot of time to be able to really digest some of the comments that Dr. Marcus said. And again, very true. I think that he truly not only spoke for himself, but for myself and the rest of our faculty. Congratulations again to our categorical residents. You're not interns. 3 years of hard work. Yes. I'll start with Dr. Gomez. Dr. Gomez, congratulations on getting a fellowship. I know that had always been your part and your passion, and it is great to see you just go and do that. So be a good sports medicine doctor and remember us in your journey. Congratulations. I'll call up Dr. Das. Oh, Dr. Das, you will be fondly missed. You will be fondly missed, Dr. Das. Dr. Das is, again, special, and yet all of you are in your own various ways. Dr. Das is going into primary care. And that is so important because when you think about the reason we founded this residency program 4 years ago, it was specifically to be able to really raise a generation of primary care physicians who would remain in the Phoenix area, specifically in Arizona. There's such a dearth of good primary care physicians. And to really be able to accomplish that in such a fine physician who truly could have done anything he wanted to do is just wonderful. I can't say that enough, Dr. Das. I am so proud of you. I'm just so proud to call you my colleague. I honestly learn as much, even in our staffings, as much as I teach you. Congratulations to you, and the best of luck. Dr. Goodall. If you haven't learned enough about Dr. Goodall, I think the only thing I would add to what Dr. Marcus had to say about her is that she's unique in that, unlike many other medical students and residents, she got to lead a whole nother career before she ever came to medicine. And she practiced medical psychology before she even joined us. And I think that that is just so noteworthy. Some of the best clinicians, I think, are people who bring to the table other experiences and other trainings that they've had. It just makes them much better at what they do. Dr. Goodall, you have used that training to be able to help further conversations here in the development of the program, in the development of the curriculum. I've seen you actually use that, and we have grown and benefited because of your ability to be able to, again, bring in your training and your ability to be able to recognize when to be able to speak and when not to speak, and to be able to really value each person and each contributor, recognizing that they truly have something to say that we can be able to benefit from. Thank you for furthering those discussions here. We're proud of you. Congratulations again, and good luck in your journey as a hospitalist. Dr. Hundley. Dr. Hundley, the unflappable Dr. Hundley, as I truly call him. Dr. Hundley is a Texas native, and I can tell that he probably would be going back to Texas, because when I read some of the information he put up on our website, it was interesting how he remarked how much he loved the city of Austin, Texas. I've never been, and I thought, well, if I ever go, at least I know one person there. So congratulations on completing your training here, and I know that you'll be going into hospital medicine, and I believe you're going to Austin, Texas. Is that where you'll be practicing?
Dallas originally.
Dallas, okay, maybe made a switch there. But nonetheless, congratulations. You've grown so much at this program, and I have no doubt that you'll continue to grow as a young physician. Congratulations again. And Dr. Santos. Dr. Santos is a Bay Area native. I have the privilege of actually growing up in the same town that he grew up in, and later discovered that he also went to the same church. His family attends the same church that my family attends. So it was just such a wonderful connection when we found that out. And then we went to the same school. We both went to UC Berkeley. So exactly, go Bears. So lots of connections with Dr. Santos. But again, today as we celebrate your completion of your training and moving on, I'm just really happy to be able to see come full circle. I know that you'll continue to do great things. You're a Cal Berkeley grad, so I can't expect any less from you. Congratulations again, and good luck to you, especially as you craft your journey in hospital medicine and in primary care as well. And last but not the least, Dr. Davis. By his own admission, a simple man, Dr. Davis, and we would all agree, really, you're just a simple creature, but Dr. Davis, your passion for primary care is unmistakable. Yes. Well, indeed, a very simple man from very simple roots. I know that you're a Utah native, I believe. Is that correct, Dr. Davis? Yes. And so I thought that was very interesting how you described, the mountain region where you came from and the simplicity of the life there. And I thought, this is really interesting that he's able to incorporate the environment to his own personality. But I would testify that very simple, typically just loves people, loves providing care, loves primary care. And I know that that's exactly what you're going to do at NOAA. Congratulations. I'm especially proud that you're remaining within HonorHealth and specifically being able to develop patients and to care for them, our minority patients from different backgrounds who truly need physicians who can be able to connect with them. So again, congratulations, and I'm really proud of your accomplishments here. With that, I'm done, and I'll call up Dr. Radhakrishnan.
Thank you, Dr. Uche. So congratulations, class of 2020. You guys are the true leaders, and no class that I've been working with is so passionate about social justice, so continue that good work. It is now my privilege to present awards. And before we go into the Internal Medicine Awards, I'd like to recognize, and Dr. Beriku, if you don't mind just coming here really quickly. Dr. Davis and Dr. Goodall, if you can just stand here. These are the recipients of the Academic Affairs Awards. And since we had a virtual ceremony, I don't have the awards, but if you can just come and stand, I'd love for everyone to take a look. You have to go that side because that's where the camera is. These are our awardees. Dr. Aberiku won the Eye Care Award. Dr. Goodall won the Patient Experience Award, and Dr. Das won the Patient Safety and Quality Award for HonorHealth. So big congratulations. Thank you. You may go back. And so we'd start with our first award, which is the Humanism in Medicine Award. And because of social distancing, we haven't been able to invite all of our awardees because we want to make sure that our room and our groups are small. The winner of the award is Dr. Martin Joseph. This award recognizes the commitment to well-being of our residents, to their fellow residents, staff, and patients. And Dr. Joseph, as you all know, is truly committed to well-being. He's one of the peer residents as well, and has really taken upon himself. This is an award that was voted by the residents as well as staff. So congratulations, Dr. Our next award is our Resident Ambulatory Care Award. And this award recognizes This award recognizes exceptional care of patients, demonstration of leadership, engagement in clinic improvement, and excellence in communication with the entire ambulatory team. Congratulations. Our next award recognizes the resident who provides exceptional care in the hospital setting. And Dr. Goodall, would you do me the honor of coming here? Congratulations, Dr. Goodall. Our intern of the year is Dr. Shiva Amalati, and I'm sure all of you will really recognize her as an intern who has excelled in patient care, scholarship, and engagement. So congratulations. This year, we have a special award, and this award is called the Beat COVID-19 Award. As you can imagine, we spent hours and hours developing schedules and more schedules and drafts of schedules and command calls and more calls and WebExes. And the work of really taking care of patients within a pandemic is not easy, I will tell you that. So we'd love to recognize Dr. Scherer and Dr. O'Neill, but again, because of social distancing, we could not have them come here. So congratulations to Dr. Scherer and Dr. Jacqueline O'Neill. Our next award recognizes scholars in medicine. This award goes to residents who have really demonstrated significant scholarship in the form of peer-reviewed publications. And Dr. Lydia Taranto, one of our incoming chiefs, gets this award. So congratulations. And now we're going to come to faculty awards. And again, unfortunately, our faculty are not here. But we'd like to recognize Dr. Hannon, who was voted by the residents as the Teacher of the Year. So congratulations, Dr. Hannon. And Dr. Evan Holdsworth, who received the award of the Faculty of the Year. And with that, I'm going to invite our residents to come up and give their presentations. So, no? You want to come and talk?
Yeah, we have an award.
Ooh.
In my office.
This was sort of an 11th hour request, but Dr. Radhakrishnan has been awarded an achievement in humanism in medicine. And since it was awkward for the awarder of awards to get an award, we were asked as residents to participate in sharing this honor with Dr. Radhakrishnan and making her aware that she had been chosen for this. This is good. I'm running out of words. And so with this lovely plaque, we have the Humanism in Medicine Award, which I'm happy to hand off to Dr. Priya Radhakrishnan. Thank you.
All right, now the residents are going to come and talk to us. So we'll start with Dr. Davis. Come and share a few words, please. Thank you for this.
Well, I just wanted to share how grateful I am to be here and how thankful I am to have spent the last 3 years with you 5 amazing, intelligent people. And the last 1 year with you folks back there who are abandoning eternal medicine. So thank you, everybody in my life. Thank you, the leaders of this program, Laura Jones, Dr. Marcus, Dr. Radhakrishnan for leading the program through some very hard times, getting it off the ground, and then weathering it through this pandemic. Thank you guys, and thank you to my wife who supported me at every step of the way, and my family. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Dr. Gomez.
Thank you, Dr. Radhakrishna. Thank you to all of our faculty, both current and prior. Thank you to our administration, our clinic staff. Thank you to my fellow graduating residents and all of the other residents. It really has been an absolute pleasure the last 3 years working with all of you, so thank you. My sister-in-law first introduced me to the quote, "Be who you are and be that well," by Dr. Francis de Sales. And I think one of the things that makes our program so special is that it really facilitates and allows us to try to be the best versions of ourselves and try to be the best resident physicians. So thank you for facilitating that culture, and it's been a privilege and an honor, so thank you all.
Dr. Santos.
Hey, everybody. It's kind of weird because we haven't been in the same room, I think, for 3 months now. So it's good to see everybody. So I was asked to prepare some few words. So my path to medicine wasn't really the classic one. Would have never guessed that when I got my history degree 12 years ago, I'd be here finishing my residency. But first of all, I'd like to thank my parents and my family who have been there through a lot of hard times and always there to listen and to support me. They were just one call away whenever I needed them. And thank you for everyone that I've met along the way, because even though I didn't have a straightforward journey, I would not have met you all. So for all the nurses and the hospital staff, could not do this job without you. Again, so many times the nurses have saved my butt. And it's one of the first rules in medicine, always to listen to your nurses. To all the clinic staff, and I know our clinic is a madhouse sometimes, but couldn't imagine what more of a madhouse it could be without our clinic staff. To all the attendings that have taught me a lot of things along the way. To Laura Jones, who's our residency kind of den mother, has been there, made these lovely masks for us. For all the interns and the prelims, you guys know more than you actually do realize, and this will be very evident in a couple weeks when you have some very fresh interns that will be asking you about how much Tylenol to give. To the second years that are soon to be third years, you guys are entering into a very exciting time, making some career changes, or actually career moves rather, applying for your licenses, applying for fellowships. So very excited to see where you guys are headed to. And to my colleagues, my co-residents, I think we've shared a lot of good times together. I think each and every one of you have been to my house for dinner or a game night or something along those lines. We've adapted to a lot of challenging circumstances, being in a new residency program, a lot of curriculum changes, and we persevered and we made it, and I'm excited to see where all of you go. We're heading into a new world out there. It's very different. There's a new disease out there that we don't really know what to do with, and there's a lot of social unrest, but I think we're ready. So, thank you.
Dr. Goodall.
Thank you. So I've been thinking a lot as I approach the end of this path on sort of the journey to get here and the help I've gotten along the way. And so I'd like to just depart from the tradition of recognizing family and speak a little bit to my family in medicine. So to the prelims and the junior, now senior residents, you all are such a remarkable and interesting group of people. It has been a pleasure to work with you and watch you grow. I'd like to thank you for challenging me to be a better physician and a better teacher. I'd like to thank you for teaching me in turn. My classmates, Mary Gomez, thank you for your unfailing optimism and positivity, for your absolute resistance to yielding to cynicism and sarcasm. It has turned around many a day, so Banner is lucky to have you. Evan Hunley, thank you for your wit, your charm, your oddly talented doodles and caricatures that manage to capture the absurdity of residency and poke fun without making fun. I know that your return to Texas was inevitable, but just be warned that if you go full-on cowboy native, we're staging an intervention. No belt buckles. Dylan Doss, thank you for your generosity, for your humility, for all your work on the medical record to make our work just that much easier. And now moving on to your own practice. We are watching for your inevitable success. Dan Davis, I spent my intern year trying to figure you out until I realized there was nothing to figure. You may be the most unapologetically authentic person I have ever met, and that is so admirable. You embody to thine own self be true, and thank you for being you. Despite your early brushes with the law as an intern, and your curious obsession with persimmons, we think Noah is incredibly lucky to have you. I am. And AJ, my friend. We went to medical school together. We ended up in the same residency, more by chance than design. It's been a journey, but I'm so grateful to have walked it with you. Thank you for your gentle spirit, for your kindness, for your humanity. You remind me that medicine is about more than science. You inspire me to be a better doctor. I know that you're going back to the Bay Area, and I'm really happy for you because, as we all know, you, wait for it, left your heart in San Francisco. Brandon Bechowski, who is not here, he's our chief resident. Despite being about the same age as my daughter, he has become teacher, mentor, friend, and often co-conspirator. I think a lot about Don Quixote and Sancho Panza when I think of Brandon, because we have kicked our fair share of academic windmills along the way. Brandon, if you're watching, thank you for walking the path ahead of us and lighting the way so that I knew I could do it too. affiliated. Dr. Holsworth, who is our brilliant curmudgeon who lights up when he teaches. Dr. Evans of the steadying force and the Job-like patience. We know we almost killed you those first 2 years. So really, thank you just for not running screaming into the night. Dr. Lee, who was a sort of grudging pinch hitter early on, realized that we're kind of not that bad, and that not only does she like teaching, she's pretty good at it. And to the rest of the affiliated docs who have worked so hard to make Thompson Peak our academic touchstone. To our specialists and community faculty, thank you for your selflessness and generosity in teaching us. This is truly paying it forward, and please know that even when we are at our most whiny and insufferable, we really do appreciate you. Our clinic staff and faculty, Dr. Abaraku, who moved from an established, comfortable practice across town to our clinic to take on teaching and training. You have modeled, truly, the embodiment of what a doctor should be. Dr. Scherer, who is not with us tonight, at least not in person, who is the calm in the midst of the chaos. Mr. Equanimity, the QI guy, who has talked us all off the ledge at some point. And the rest of the docs who've come on board to take part in our teaching and training, thank you. To the MAs, the schedulers, and Catherine, who works so hard to take care of patients and to make our jobs a little bit easier. Thank you for putting up with us and for making us shine. We couldn't do it without you. The academic affairs staff and the librarians, those unsung heroes who shore up the cracks in the foundation, who are always willing to pitch in wherever and whenever we need them. To Rosa, who, despite being busy with your own program, always has time for ours. Thank you for stepping up and filling in. Dr. Uche, who started out as a brand spanking new assistant program director and whoops, rather abruptly found yourself taking on many of the responsibilities of actual program director in addition. Thank you for all of your hard work, often behind the scenes in your quiet, unassuming way that kept the train on the tracks. Dr. Radhakrishnan. After the departure of our program director, you did not hesitate to step into the breach, to pick up the flag, and to lead. You made smooth a year that could have been fraught with difficulty and worry. You made sure that the residents continued to have a voice, and you led with grace and equanimity. Thank you for being our interim program director in addition to all your other contributions. Just want to point out that y'all knew I was a psychologist before you put me in front of the mic. Laura Jones, our first contact with the program, you held our hand, you patted our back, you hounded us relentlessly about deadlines and kicked us in the pants when necessary. Thank you for being our safety net. You have been sorely missed, but we're so grateful that even though you left, you didn't go far. Dr. Marcus, our Pied Piper, our Peter Pan, that crazy guy from Jersey that dreamed of building a residency program, the man who ended his first group email to us with a quote from Dumbledore, which in hindsight was oddly prescient. We would not be here without you, and so please know that wherever your path takes you personally and professionally, we will always be your legacy. And so to wrap it up, I'm going to swipe a line from Wicked and simply say that because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
Gosh, I'm crying. Dr. Huntley, come beat that.
I somehow always get the pleasure of following somebody doing way better than I'm going to do. I think last time I had to give a speech, it was after Dr. Nina Shah, the CMO, and then somebody speaking Greek. So we'll just bring Janie back up at the end of it to redo that, because that was pretty good. But I will keep mine pretty short. So 33 years ago, I was born in Texas, which may have been mentioned a time or two tonight, which I, no, it's good. It's my most, my best personal feature, I think. Where I grew up for 26 years and never really had any intention of leaving until I left for med school. So understandably, I was quite apprehensive when I came out here for my interview a little over 3.5 years ago to a then as unproven program into what I had always imagined was just a patch of very hot dirt, and was very pleasantly surprised at just how beautiful and fun Phoenix was. And what drew me to the program the most was how focused it was on people and how much it relied on going forward, listening to the residents to help develop it into what it is today. And what I know going forward as it becomes more cemented and founded and inevitably grows will continue to be a keystone of what makes this residency so special. And to that, I am just so happy to have gone here for that reason, which is the people. I have found so many friends and great support from staff and faculty, from the MAs and administrators, the pharmacists, the nurses, attendings, specialists, residents from every class, even the prelims, but especially my comrades in arms that have weathered this 3 years with me. I just want to thank all of you for helping me grow and building my confidence. And I think good people make good doctors, and so the best teachers make good people. So, but more than anything, I need to thank the people who have been my supporters the longest, unwaveringly. It's a bad word to waver on, which is my family and friends back home who have been with me through everything, including my 7-year hiatus from Texas, and especially my parents. I know my mom just tonight texted and emailed all my family the link to this to make sure they all watched against their will, I'm sure. And my dad, who texted me in the middle of it just to tell me how proud he was of me. So, there's some, like gnats have been in our house recently. Yeah. So, I just want to say, yeah, I'm going back to Texas. That was kind of always planned, and I through the love and the threats from my family, I feel like I have to. But I'm definitely taking a large part of Arizona with me, and we're all going to be better off because of it. Thank you.
I'm still recruiting him for the informatics fellowship, and I said it out loud, so I'm sure you're going to come back to us. And last but not the least, the great Dr. Doss is how he refers to himself, so.
Thank you for the buffer, Evan. That was most appreciated. and a great speech by all of you. So I gotta say, when we were told we could give a speech, I was just ecstatic. I started putting to paper everything that I could say, and I was dismayed when I saw the event only goes from 5 to 7. So I tried to boil it down just to the most important things that I could say. And I want to take my time to acknowledge all of you viewing remotely, my friends and family members. It's been a long journey, but as I reflect on the years leading up to today, to standing right here, I can't think of a path to it without the love and support of each and every one of you, and I want to thank you for that. And I'll be as bold as to say that holds true for my colleagues as well. So as we celebrate today, I want to celebrate each and every one of you as well. Thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you.
And with that, we are almost to the end. I'd like to invite Dr. Misty Evans to come and give the thank you to everyone. And I just want to say how proud I am of all of you. We saw you, especially the graduates, and we rolled our eyes and we were like, oh, yes, we have to. It was like making you walk, and now you're just flying. And it just, I have no words. So I'm really, really so happy and so privileged. Congratulations, everyone. Dr. Evans.
So as we come to the end of our evening, I think our grads realize that this is not the end at all. In fact, I have another 45 minutes. No, I'm kidding. But it is a stepping stone. It's a stepping stone to be celebrated in a process of lifelong learning. And each of you have demonstrated that so well with your diverse backgrounds and how you got to this point and where you will go from here. You've each left your unique touch on our residency and on each of us. Both the staff in the hospital and your attendings and the many people that you have interacted with here in the residency. And you guys have so lovely spelled those out. But we do want to pause a moment to thank all those that have supported you during this journey. Your families, obviously, your friends, the amazing academic affairs staff, your clinical staff, your hospital staff, your administrators, Dr. Shaw and the administrators here and the administrators in the clinic, Laura and Rosa for stepping in. We just really appreciate how you care for our little ducklings through the process and get them to the end and make them turn in everything that they need to. Dr. Uche, Dr. Priya, Dr. Marcus in their leadership, our media team that's here tonight, J2 Media, we want to thank them for making this a meaningful experience. The wonderful food that you have been fed throughout the years from the food service team and from the catering team, and all those that have taught you along the way. And I think most especially, always your patients that have been willing to participate in the process of educating you. I can say when I first came here and we started this residency, I didn't know how our patients would respond. I have never had a patient tell me from the get-go that they do not want the academic team taking care of them. And I think that speaks to the way that you have represented yourselves professionally along the way. Thank you for your resiliency and your grit through this very tumultuous time of 2020. You've come to a new residency. You've had a change in program directors. We have a recession. We have a pandemic. We have social unrest. But I have a lovely quote, which I think it will be a year we will always remember. But smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. So to our very skillful sailor grads, we wish you a very hearty congratulations, and we will miss you.
And it's a wrap. So thank you for watching, for everyone, and congratulations, graduates.